Hello, good morning. I am Hemant Mehta. In today's session, we are going to discuss about the GenericServlet class. This is the abstract class. This class is a part of javax.servlet package. Basically, this class is used to develop the servlet which can handle any kind of the request. Very first method, that is a destroy method. This method is called by the web container to indicate that servlet is going to taken out of the service. Second, getInit parameter. This method is going to accept one name, that is a initializing parameter name. This method returns the value of the initializing parameter whose name we have provided in the method. Third, that is a getInit parameter names. The return type is enumeration object. This method returns the list of all the initializing parameters, the name of the initializing parameters, as a enumeration object. If no initializing parameters are available, then it is written null or empty object. Next, that is a service method. This method is going to accept two arguments. One, object of the servlet request req. Second, object of the servlet response res. Both are the interface. Basically, this method is used to provide the business logic for the servlet. Init method. This method will be invoked during the initializing phase, and we can provide the initializing parameters or the values inside the init method. The one more variation is available for the same method, that is init with the servlet config object. Now we are going to see one demo program for the same. Okay, on your screen you are having a one class GenericServlet which extends GenericServlet class. We have given the one service method. This method is going to accept two arguments. One, that is object of the servlet request interface req. Second, servlet response interface res. First of all, we need to mention what kind of content will be received during the response. So we need to set the content type. So for that we are having one method set content type. This method is from servlet response interface, where we can provide the type of the content, that is a text/html. Now second thing, where you supposed to display the response content, you need one virtual workspace where you can write down your response. So for that you need to have one virtual workspace, or you can say the virtual pen. To obtain that, you are having one method getWriter, the method of the servlet response interface. GetWriter method will give you the object of the print writer. Using that, we can write down our response content inside the one virtual workspace. So getWriter method will give you the object of the print writer. In our case, that is out. Using the out.println, you can write down your HTML code inside the println method. So whenever your response will be displayed using the browser can easily render the HTML code. So we have just simply given one welcome message for the GenericServlet, and we are going to display the one date and time. As we are discussing about the servlet, we need to make entry inside the web.xml file. So this is your web.xml file. You are having a two elements, servlet and the servlet mapping. In the servlet mapping, you have to provide the URL pattern starting with the slash. You can provide any servlet name over here. This servlet name should be same as the servlet name available inside the servlet mapping. In the servlet, first you are having the servlet name, then the servlet class. In the servlet class, you are going to provide the actual class name of your Java file. This is all about the mapping. Now, whenever you want to run the application, you have to provide the URL pattern in the address bar. So let me run. say first we are getting a hello world. That is not the actual outcome because it is by default executing the default file index.jsp, right? But we're supposed to run the servlet, so we have to provide the URL pattern in the address bar in order to call the servlet. So I'm just going to provide that particular URL pattern and I'm going to press enter. So with the help of URL pattern, your servlet will be called, and this is the actual outcome. Welcome to the first generic servlet and the timestamp. Thank you.